Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. And welcome to our live again. So, thank you for joining us today. Whether you are watching us live or you are watching the replay, we are so happy that you are here. So, today we are talking about a skill that influences every area of our lives, our relationships, our careers, our businesses, and even our leaderships. The art of effective communication. And so let me present myself first before we start. My name is Solange. I live in Montreal, Canada. I've been living here for 20 years now, 21 years soon. And I work full time in the banking field. And I'm also a leader of women at my church and also a proud digital business owner. And yeah, so I'm married and I'm also, yes, originally from DRC Congo. So I'm going to let Amaka present herself. Hi, Amaka.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are connecting us from. My name is Amaka. I'm a registered nurse. I've been in nursing for almost 20 years now. I live in UK with my family.
Mhm.
Um, I'm also an online business and I'm married, have children, 4 kids. So they call me mommy or princess. So mommy princess, don't mind me. So
Yeah.
um I also an online business owner as well. So
Mhm.
it's nice meeting all of you. I'll connect with all of you this evening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And so, I don't know if you would like to start with the first, topic of, how effectively can people communicate? And I think one of the most important thing is to have that listening skill, right? So
Yes.
I know that
Yeah.
it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm listening. I say yes.
Okay, you say yes. Okay. No, I was going to say just that many conversations, fail because people are not focused on what they want to say instead of truly, hearing the other person. And I'm pretty sure that might have happened to you. Sometimes when you are talking with your husband and you want to share something important to you, but you already see him thinking ahead what he's going to respond to you instead of listening to you. And that happens so many times in different areas, where people are just not having that active listening skills, which is quite important, because sometimes people are just telling you thing, and then you have to understand what they're trying to communicate to you. If you do not have that active listening skills, you may miss, what that they are trying to tell you, and that can sometimes, you know, create issues between people, issues of miscommunication, because that person didn't really took the time to hear you, listen to you. And try to understand as well what you were trying to tell them. Um, so that's why I think, sometimes when I speak to when I do coaching course, in the business, what I always do, I will repeat what the person told me, just to make sure that I understood what they were
What
saying.
they're
I'm just
saying.
confirming, okay, did I understand you well? Okay, is that what you were trying to tell me? Just to make sure that I understand, and I can, understand, and I can, respond to their needs. And I think as well, something, when you have that listening skills too, people feel heard, right? and they feel valued, because you have that connection with them, and they so what I can say is that, people don't just remember what you said, but they always remember how you made them feel. I think that that's something that is really important. Yeah.
It's true.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, in this, I would say that in communication is important in everything you are doing,
Hmm.
and if listening skill is one of the most valuable things in communication skills. If
Yeah.
you don't have it, nobody, if people will see you are not valuing what they're saying, you don't value them, you
Hmm.
don't even show any concern in what they are saying or what they are doing,
Hmm.
or you don't show any respect or any trust in what they are doing. I think
Yeah.
in this business, I've learned a lot when it comes to communication. That is one of the most important thing I like in this community
Hmm.
communication, listening. If that is the whole thing, the whole world is on top of you. You will see somebody who will sit down and listen all your rubbish and all your goodies and make
Yeah.
sure that assimilate it. The person focus on you, make sure that is give you that full attention in everything you are doing, and
Hmm.
after that he can respond to you. Listening skill is one of those things that lack in the world today.
Hmm.
I'm a nurse by profession. I know that sometimes patients want to talk to you, but because the busyness of the work or what you have to do,
Hmm.
you forget not to listen. They will tell the patient, "I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming." No,
Yeah.
what's bothering that person may not what you are doing for that person. So
Hmm.
listening skill is most important thing, because if you listen to someone, the problem the person has, he or she has, you'll be
Yeah.
able to give appropriate care or
Hmm.
appropriate solution to what the person needs.
Yeah.
Even in this online business, I've learned that whatever, if you have a buyer, a mentee, it's important you listen to them, because they might going through a lot. That's why they
Yeah.
be not able to follow up the business
Hmm.
values or the business, what the business is all about. They will not be showing up. But listening to them and see what is this, what they're going through, what is the problem is, will go
Hmm.
long way to make them to show up. Even if you want to
Hmm.
come into this community, the best thing, the first value thing I love most, listening. People that
Yeah.
listening skills, just give them attention when they are talking. Don't interrupt them. Just full attention. Not be doing something else when they are talking. No, you see them,
Yeah.
a coach. You know what I'm talking about. You just
Hmm.
give them full yourself to them, so that they'll be able to know that you value them. You
Hmm.
trust them. You respect them. All those values, all those etiquettes, you have it
Hmm.
for them, so they'll be able to linger or spit out what is bothering them. You'll be able to help them. I've been in that shoe in this community, and I've learned it. So after seeing that, I said it's good to speak
Hmm.
up your mind and you see somebody who will be able to listen to you and give you the solution. And mind you, before you give solution, you need to listen to that person. Listening skill is important. And how you
Hmm.
respond to them as well matters a lot. But in this business, the responding positive response I got during my time is quite amazing. And this is what makes us to grow. And this is what makes us to show up on a daily basis.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yes. And I think, yes, in this business, I mean, we have people from all walks of lives and from different backgrounds. And we came here because we had something that we wanted to change. And so sometimes, before we get to that level that we had put our objective to, there are so many obstacles and challenges that we may face, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as you were saying, people can go through difficult time, and it's really important to have a listening here, just to um, just to help them, go through what they're going through. And so, Something that I wanted to mention as well is that, when we communicate with, with our team, with our family, or we are just presenting the business, for example, the business opportunity, it's really important to have clarity, because clarity is going to build trust. Especially in this business, because it's being done online, there are so many people who are skeptical about anything that is being done online. That is really, really important to bring clarity, explain everything with full transparency, so that people can know that there is nothing to be hidden here in what we are doing. Everything is really well explained. If you are willing to get the information, first, we always start with our webinar, and then if you really want to know more about our business, then you have access to our our package, right? Information kit. What I mean to say, and so that's why it's so important, especially when you are getting your first contact with someone. Just make sure that, your message is clear, it is simple. You don't use, words that they do not understand. Sometimes, we use our jargon here in the business, for example, when we talk about a funnel. Not
Mm,
everybody knows what a funnel is, especially when you're trying to explain that our business is automated, and there's no how can I say that? You are not going to be when we say that our business works even when we are sleeping, because we are
mm,
getting people registering in our website, but basically it's really our funnel, and so just explain to people, exactly with simplicity, how everything works, because that's going to build the trust. Because in our business, trust is so important. And I think this is the first thing that we're trying to build with anyone that wants to join, because I don't think someone who doesn't trust you is going to connect with you and
yeah.
is going to join, right? So that's why you really need to avoid any messages that is confusing, and where your audience is just going to disconnect with you. So wow. So this is another thing that I think it's really important in communication. Having an effective communication is
Yeah.
to communicate with clarity and simplicity, so that you can build that trust with the people that you come to, you come across to. Yeah. Okay.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Because
Uh-huh.
I've seen some people,
Mhm.
they've mentioned that not only they're skeptical,
Mhm.
skeptical for them means that
Mhm.
some of the majority of them has been scammed online,
Yes. Mhm.
including me. I've been in that shoe as well. So
Okay.
I use shoes as well to explain to the yes, is I've been scammed as well online. But
Mhm.
the truth is, when you see the reality of or a good intention of this online business, you will know
Mhm.
that this is not a scam thing. The clarity is there. You just have to
Mhm.
learn them to know that this is the process you have to go through, and
Yes. Uh-huh.
it's not about when something is clear, or when something is, they say it's true, it's too good, it's too, how do they put it, too so true to be good, or so good to be true. So you
Too good to
find
be
that,
true.
yeah, yeah. So you'll be like, are you sure such a thing exists? Are you sure somebody can make such amount in a day? Are you sure somebody can do this? Are you sure? So
Mhm.
the whole thing is, you have to. I always give them the clarity of, look at the process. The
Mhm.
training is amazing. Let me give an example of the training. The training is not only in English. You have various languages of in this
Yeah.
training. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
if you're Nigerian, you can choose Igbo, you can choose Yoruba, you can choose Hausa. You see, different languages. You have your own language in the training. that if you cannot understand it in English, you just switch it to your language, and they will interpret it in a way that you understand it properly in order for you to follow it up. So that's to
Mhm.
tell you that the communication system within the community is amazing. I remember one time I was doing the
Mhm.
training, I couldn't understand something. I put it in a chart in the community.
Okay.
That was around 9 p.m. here in UK. Somebody
Mhm.
from somewhere, I don't know where the person in part of the world, the person just sat down, just give me a wonderful response. I will never forget that. That was
Okay.
wow, this is
Okay.
lovely. And the
Mhm.
person is in another part of the world. It's not even in Europe. Had
Okay.
answered, just to tell you that in this community, it's not about you. It's about everyone.
Mhm.
Everyone must be carrying along. And that is
Mhm.
the wonderful thing I love about our community. Clarity is there. There's no any some kind of a hindered or anything that we are doing behind the cupboard. Everything is clear because the training is there step by step in any language
Mhm.
that you can make you to understand, to clarify your question. All of them are there. So
Yeah.
if you
Mhm.
are able to come into this business, enter the training, you will enjoy every step of this training. That's
Mhm.
it. I promise to everybody I always meet or ask me about the business. How will I get the training? Am I going to go to school? You don't need to go to any school. And if
No.
you have any experience, because they always ask for experience, there's nothing
Mhm.
like experience in this business. The communication there is you don't need experience. Simple.
No.
Or when you come in,
Mhm.
the training is there to guide you, to train you. You see this simple is trained in a video base, even video base. If you want the written one, is there. If you want video base, is there. In video base, that the communication system within that training is amazing. Even to your own
Mhm.
language, that is
Mhm.
amazing thing.
Mhm.
So don't be
Yeah.
afraid to come in and start this journey. You're not only
Mhm.
making the money. What about being present at home? What about your retirement, saving for your retirement? What about
Mhm.
going vacation? Like, because Solange, you want to travel now around the world very soon. So all those things, so many of us don't have it, and
Mhm.
it's within this business. You tend to rethink to yourself to gain yourself. Oh, you communicate to yourself. Have I done this? Have I done that? How will I get this done? So this
Mhm.
business will give you that opportunity. I
Yeah.
promise you, because I'm
Mhm.
enjoying it. See me being at home. Initial time at this stage I am. Once I'm at home, I don't have anything. Next, I look for the shift where I can go for another shift to make more money and all that. Forgetting that I
Yeah.
have children that needs my presence. Now the children
Mhm.
have start coming out, trying to communicate with me. I say, mother, in fact, this
Mhm.
days ever holiday they can have, mommy being at home, mommy will cook anything they mention they want us to cook, we have to give them money. Then they can get the recipe, let's cook it. So you see in that present, and I started hearing they start communicating to me their needs, what they bothering them, what they are going
Mhm.
on in school, what is so
Okay. That's
that
good.
is that is the
Important.
benefit of this business. Make you to be present
Mhm.
at home. Not
Yeah.
every time you're on the road. 6 days, 7 days, you're out of your house, you're working. What are you working for? The people you're
Yeah.
working with, you're not even communicating with them. You don't know their needs. You don't know what they want. You're
Mhm.
just yourself out. So this is what this business have done. The communication system that it brought back within the families, including me, is amazing.
Mhm. Yeah. Just to come back to what you were saying about the training, that it's really amazing. But what I want to add, we have a lot of information, and so when you join, you really need to be the one driving your business. So if you have a question, it's up to you to ask it, because it's not your coach or your mentor that's going to come to you and ask you, okay, where are you now? Where are you now? Because we said that, I mean, it was flexible. So it's really up to you to arrange to do the business or even the training whenever you have time. So the information is there. It's up to you to go and pick it up, you know. And if
Yeah.
you have questions, come to us, ask questions, but don't stay, in your corner and then just wondering, oh, am I going to do? How am I going to set up my account for Google? How am I going to set up my account for Facebook when you're stuck somewhere in the training? So ask questions because I see that people, they join, but then everything is there in the training. We have everything we need to be successful, but
Hmm.
they just don't use the tool that is being given to them. Everything is there.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not know anything, just ask the question, and someone, as you said, that may be in Australia at the time that
Mm-hmm.
we are still awake. I mean, they're gonna answer to your question. So that's so important. We have an amazing community, as you said. That's really important. Um, Another aspect of the art of effective communication, I wanted to ask our audience: do, can you tell me which speaks before anything? Is that your body language that speaks, or is it your words that speaks before? What do you think, Amaka? Do you think it's your
Just
body
both of them.
language
Let
that
me.
speaks before or
Body
your
language
words?
speaks louder. Yes.
But yeah,
I
I
promise.
agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, body language speaks louder. That's why
that's
in
true.
the communication, you don't
Uh-huh.
need to focus on the word. Focus on that person, totality of that person. That one you can understand what the person is talking about. If you're just
Mm-hmm.
doing someone is communicating with you and you're busy scanning paper,
Yeah.
doing one thing or that, you're now looking at that person. I promise you, you will miss the whole story of
Mm-hmm.
what the person,
Mm-hmm.
and the person will lose interest as well.
Yeah.
So body
Mm-hmm.
language, you need to watch, give that person full attention of what that person is saying so that
Mm-hmm.
you understand what the person is going through. The
Yeah.
body language will tell you what the kind of things that happening within that person, not even only
Mm-hmm.
physical, not only outside, but within. The body language will give you that. So the body
Mm-hmm.
language, it can, word can speak for 7%, the body language will speak to 90 to
Yeah.
95% of
Mm-hmm.
what the is talking about. So you
Yeah.
need to pay full attention of what that is what the business. I love that business. When you're doing coaching call of anybody, you just give that person listening ear, your save your body, every part of you to that person so that the person will, you will able to understand that
Mm-hmm.
person, able to give proper response to that
Yeah.
person.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, I think that is most important thing about these communication skills. So if you
Mm-hmm.
listen, as you're listening, give that attention to that person, because the
Mm-hmm.
listening is not only about your ear. Aggressive listening is all about you yourself, that you are into active listening. Then you are not
Mm-hmm.
use aggressive, active listening. So you are totally with that person, physically, emotionally, and otherwise with that person. So the person will be able to know, oh, you are with me. I'll be able to understand what you're saying or not. So that is the way me understand or seeing communication goes about. But in a situation whereby you're not listening, you are listening to the person, you're distracted with your phone, you're distracted with
Mm-hmm.
something else. Let me give an example in my family. I remember 2 days ago, my daughter came up with something, and
Okay.
she was talking to me. I was like doing something else. She said, am I talking to somebody or somebody else? Am I talking to the wall, or what? Who am I talking to in this place? And I said, oh, how many of us are here? He says, me and you, but it looks like I'm talking to myself. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie,
Oh,
but I was
yeah.
doing something when you came in. But I asked you, say I should come. Oh, I felt so bad. But when I
Mm-hmm.
was doing this topic, preparing this topic, she saw it. He said, mommy, effective communication. You
Yeah.
see, need to
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to me so that I'll be able to, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to tell you. You understand? So
Yeah.
and exactly she brought example of what I'm trying to say today.
Yes.
So full attention, listen to that person, should be able to paraphrase or responding
Mm-hmm.
that person positively. In this
Yeah.
business, I've witnessed it, I've seen it. As I said, you see that day I put that question in the community, It didn't take up to 5 seconds. I saw
Okay.
somebody stepping under it. I was like, whoa. I just put my hand on my cheek like this so that to
Okay.
be sure. It's a after 3 minutes, come and
Okay.
see the whole answer, even the one I didn't ask. She added more things so that she to show me that she know what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
in this business, I promise you, it's not a scamming business. It's a business that will lead you to fulfillment, to lead you to that life of fulfillment. You know that
Mm-hmm.
hierarchy of life, that hierarchy of whatever in Abraham's Maslow of hierarchy or whatever. Those
Mm-hmm.
things, fulfillment to occur. I promise you, this business can reach you there to get that life
Yeah.
that at the end of the day you look back and say, thank you, God, that I took this step in the beginning, not neglecting
Mm-hmm.
it. You
Mm-hmm.
people will listen to you. If you need any explanation, connect with us. Connect anywhere you
Yes.
connect. I know
Mm-hmm.
some people are watching us in other part of the wherever you're connecting to us or connecting us from. I promise you, this is proving authentic business that can help
Mm-hmm.
you in any time at any point in life. It's a
Yeah.
legacy aspect of it that you leave it for your family. It's not something that will die when you pass away. It's something
Mm.
that is transferable to a family. So
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
generation can that's a part of communication. I'm just giving you one benefit of this business. Is a legacy business that is a transferable that is
Mm-hmm.
transferred to your children so that they carry on with the business. So don't
Mm-hmm.
look at it as no, it's something that if you do tomorrow, when you pass away, everything gone. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not that degree or certificate you got that once you die, that degree is ended. No, in this business, it's transferable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I wanted to add something about just from my coach perspective as well, because we are the one explaining the business. So we absolutely need to have a confident posture and be and have a positive facial expression when we are presenting the business opportunity to our future distributors and clients, I can say. And the tone of your voice has to match as well, your message. You know, let's say that, I mean, you are presenting this business, and then um, you are shy or you are not confident. How that person is going to join you. I mean, to join the business if you're not showing any confidence in the business opportunity that you are presenting, and how are they going to I mean, to work with you if you are not showing any, let's say, believe in the product that you
Talking
are
about
yeah, you are showing. So that's something that is really important, because I know that, especially in our African community, what I've seen is that people often believe what they see before they believe what they hear, right? They want to
mm,
see something, right? And so, like, I mean, we have been, especially here in the Americas, when
mm,
we were paid by checks, people like that, when people were showing their checks, because
mm,
they would say, okay, I think
mm,
it's true, because I can see that, I mean, there's some result there,
mm.
that it's really true that they are being paid such an amount of money. So people often believe what they see. So that's why the body language is so important. And maybe at the last piece of our life, I just wanted to mention the importance of communication, where you are you are respectful, even when you disagree, because you may encounter people who are going to um, yeah, to call you scammers, or even don't believe that what you are doing is true. But there's no need for you to become aggressive and start talking,
down on.
respectfully to that person, because you know what you have